All right, welcome back to the continuation of Spooky Season Month and the conclusion of Predator versus Spider-Man. And again, there's so much action, I'm just gonna jump right into it. I don't have anything else to say. Now, this opens up with a manhole cover being pushed up and dozens of rats spilling out, also as Mary Jane and that woman pull themselves out. Unfortunately, it looks as though Skinner has also tracked them down. But this moment is happening at the same time that the Daily Bugle is exploding. So he hears that, turns his head, and he's like, what is going on? But that signals something that he knows. He can smell that the other predators are here. He knows that he's being searched for, and the better thing for him to do would be to go fight them immediately than to be caught slipping. And as he starts to run off, the ladies think that they are finally safe, but somebody grabs them out from underneath the sewer, and it is Kraven, and he wants to know, where did that predator just go? Now, the hunting party predator that's still here, that was webbed up, that got tossed out the building, yeah, he breaks out of that webbing and he grabs that cop and he grabs Jameson and he goes, you go over here, yup. You go over here, yup. Because usually predators don't take you out unless they think that you're a credible threat to them. Which, I wish he would have turned around or had a spider sense, because he would have known that Skinner was right behind him. Now Skinner, he don't care. He's gonna take anybody out. Now we cut back to what was happening during that fight when Peter got hit with that cannon, and he's like, listen man, I already got enough rogues. I don't need like a crab face guy. Like I already have weird looking guys. I don't need you guys, come on. And Peter gets shot right out that window. And at the same time as that, Kraven the Hunter is climbing up on top of the Daily Bugle because he knows that's where that ship is, and he thinks that's where that thing is going to end up being, and he finds them. He finds Skinner looking for him, and they go at it. Blow for blow, cut for cut, blood for blood. They are dripping in each other's blood. But this is Kraven the Hunter. This is Kraven the Hunter we're talking about. He does not lose, and if he does, it will be glorious, but today is not that day, because he stands victorious over the headless body of the Skinner, because he had to take a trophy. Now, if you know anything about the Predators, they're sore losers, okay? So, when they're about to go out, everybody gotta go, and that countdown starts, and he can hear it. And now Peter, he pops up on the scene too. He immediately recognizes what is going on, and he's like, listen, I gotta take that thing and we gotta go. Peter's like, cut that thing off and let me have it. So he does. He makes it a little backpack, he puts it on, and he starts swinging out the city. He's gotta swing, he's swinging fast. And at the same time, Mary Jane spots him, and she's like, Peter, which, that's his whole government. Why did you don't do that? She knows it's about to go off. He knows it's about to go off. It's a race. And it says, but he would have died 1,000,000 times over for her. Peter Parker would do anything for her, anything for his city. And he knows that he's only got a little bit, but he drops that thing and he swings away from it, and we're not sure if he makes it because it goes off right underneath him. And it's a crazy bright explosion, so bright that it's almost blinding at the Daily Bugle for Kraven. And even Kraven's looking at it like, I thought I would have been the one to take you out, but that was an honor. That was hard, dude. Like, that was some tough shit. But again, they never catch Kraven slipping because they think that they get. And now this is a group of aliens that is like professional get the drop on you, and they still couldn't catch Kraven slipping. Kraven turns around and he's like, you want it too? There's more of you? Good. And they start whacking, cutting, hitting each other. And finally, he grabs him by the throat, and Kraven, he's smiling. He's looking like, when Peter had the goblin spirit and he was choking him out, and he was like, what are you smiling for? And he's like, this is what I always wanted. And that's what he's saying. He's like, listen, this is how I always wanted to go out. I will die as I lived, in the heat of battle with one of the greatest hunters in the universe. And we cut back to Jameson and the cop. And they're like, man, nobody's gonna believe this. Like, how would they believe it? Like, remember, the power's been out. Nobody's had cell phone. Like, nobody's been able to make any calls. Nobody's recorded anything. Nobody got pictures or nothing. Nobody's gonna believe this. And then they hear a little gurgling, a little sound. They turn around. Oh, it's you still alive. Looks like you still alive. I guess we do have an alien on our hands. For about 2 seconds. They thought that they had him for about 2 seconds, and then we get the man, the myth, the legend, the horrible Dr. Abraham Cornelius. You knew it, you knew it, you knew it, you knew it. So we probably gonna get some sort of Predator X. Because if there's one thing that Dr. Abraham Cornelius knows how to do, it's take a feral monster and turn him into a different kind of feral monster that maybe is under his control sometimes, maybe. And we cut back over to Mary Jane, and she's just distraught at the water. She thinks that she just watched him just perish in front of her eyes. And of course, hey beautiful, mind giving me a hand? And she's like, wait a second, you're back. Woo. Speaking of folks that did not die when we thought that they did, we see that Predator is still holding Kraven, and he takes his mask off and he shows Kraven his face, and Kraven's like, okay, then do it. Do what you're gonna do. And he pulls out the weapon, he holds it up to Kraven, and he bloods him. He gives him the symbol of his blooded kill. And then, with apparently the best speakers in the entire world, as he goes back to enter the ship, he says, "A great hunter, come and get it." Because that's what Kraven had just said to him. "A great hunter, come and get it." And Kraven go running up there, like he's a kid in a candy store. The ship takes off, and we see Mary Jane and Peter watching it. And Mary Jane says, I think we get a moment of rest here, bud. And Pete's like, yeah, probably one issue. It'll probably be like one issue. They're probably gonna, it's probably gonna go bad almost immediately. Yep. But she's like, yeah, but I mean, this book's over. So give us a kiss then. Brings us to the end of our coverage of Predator versus Spider-Man. And yeah, this will eventually lead into Predator Kills the Marvel Universe, but I want to take a step back because we gotta go visit Wakanda. That's going to be important to the story too. So if you guys have not seen Predator versus Black Panther, we're going to be covering that one next. But thanks for hanging out. See you next time.